Welcome to the battlegrounds of Armored Brigade II. We're going to delve deep into the arsenal and tactics of the Soviet Union, a force to be reckoned with. The USSR commands an array of armored behemoths and infantry divisions, forged in the fires of wartime experience. Join us as we explore the Soviet war machine. The T-80U stood as the last main battle tank fielded by the Soviet Union before its collapse. Outfitted with a sophisticated fire control system and advanced composite armor, this tank was primarily distinguished by its powerful gas turbine engine. More extravagant and costly than its predecessors, the T-64 and T-72, the T-80 was a subject of considerable controversy throughout its operational life, reflecting the tensions within the Soviet military strategy and economic constraints. This T-72B variant represented a further upgrade in protection, establishing it as a significant threat on the battlefield, despite its mobilization model lineage. It incorporated Contact 5 explosive reactive armor, which also affected the penetration of sabot rounds, a capability not offered by conventional ERA. This model became a precursor to the later T-90 tank, which featured a more advanced fire control system and additional improvements. The BMP-1P, the final version of the first Soviet infantry fighting vehicle, featured improved anti-tank capabilities and smoke dischargers to remain relevant on the battlefields of the late Cold War. With over 40,000 units manufactured since 1966, the BMP-1 is also numerically one of the most significant armored vehicles ever built. The BMP-3 is a Soviet third-generation infantry fighting vehicle developed from an experimental light tank chassis and notable for its substantial firepower, designed to fulfill a dual role of transporting infantry while providing heavy support on the battlefield. The BMP-3 features a main armament of a 100mm rifled gun capable of firing guided missiles, supplemented by a 30mm autocannon. The inception of this 8x8 wheeled armored personnel carrier was closely connected to the events unfolding in Afghanistan at the time. Although the design of the vehicle exhibited minimal innovation, the adoption of a single diesel engine was an improvement over the dual petrol configuration of its predecessors. While armed with a 14.5mm heavy machine gun, the BTR-80 is primarily a battle taxi, best suited for rapidly moving troops cross-country. The Shilka, officially known as the ZSU-23-4, was a revolutionary radar-guided self-propelled anti-aircraft system, highly effective against low-flying aircraft under all weather and light conditions. Equally feared on the ground for its rapid-fire 23mm autocannons, its capability to deliver continuous fire made it a critical asset in protecting tank and motorized regiments during fast-moving operations. The T-55MV and T-62MV are an upgraded version of the Soviet Army's workhorse tank, incorporated Contact 1 explosive reactive armor to counter contemporary anti-tank threats. They maintained its ruggedness and reliability while enhancing survivability and lethality with a new fire control system and a laser rangefinder. Prepare to experience the might of the USSR faction in Armored Brigade II, where victory is measured in steel, blood, and the unyielding spirit of the Soviet Union.